Hi, welcome back to Doll Alchemy. Today we're going to pick up with our Greek goddess series. Aphrodite is our next Greek goddess. Aphrodite, as you probably know, is the goddess of love. In classical art and painting, she's often depicted nude, so obviously we'll be giving her actual clothing today. And I've decided that I'm going to use one of these Ever After High ballerina dolls. That's probably wrong, but I have 3 or 4 of these dolls and I want to get them out of my stock. So I'm going to challenge myself by using this one today. Here she is in curlers. I gave her some blonde extensions off camera so you don't have to see me struggle. But then I boil washed her hair in curlers. I took them out the next day, pinned them up so that I could begin her face up. So you'll notice that I used the same acetone that I used to remove the factory makeup to take away the paint on the chest of the doll. In retrospect, I probably could have just left it and painted over it in the spots where I wanted to show just flesh. But hindsight is 20/20. Anyway, I'm blushing her cheeks with soft pastels here. I wanted to make sure she had rosy cheeks and full plump lips. So this face-up is probably as close to a traditional Barbie as I will probably get on this channel. I actually believe that Aphrodite is described as having fairer hair and blue eyes, or eyes like the sea, since according to her origin mythology, she was born out of sea foam, which is why in the Venus de Milo painting, which you saw earlier, she's presented on a seashell, as she was born in the ocean. So she has blonde hair and blue eyes, and here I am using my actual very expensive MAC palette to give her base eyeshadow just a little bit more of a realistic shadow effect before I go over it with shiny acrylic paints. So rather than try and make a very tight-fitting bodice, I'm painting her bodice directly onto her, which is why I decided to paint her whole top kind of flesh tone as a base. But I really didn't need to do that because I wound up painting the spaces in between this gold trim like a raspberry pink, which is fairly close to the base pink that her ballerina outfit was beforehand. So I made sure that it was a little bit revealing on the sides, since the design is, it covers her chest almost up to her collarbones. It's not nude, but it's closer to it than it was before. I'm going to give her a very thin gauzy skirt with a thigh-high slit, and I've glued that directly to her waistline. This came off of another doll that I'm going to make into a shawl. It's the perfect colors, gold, and I guess it's like, I call it raspberry. Found tulle in almost the same exact color, so I built up a couple of layers to put underneath her gauze skirt, just so that it has a little bit more dimension. So a little about her accessories. I've given her a gold bangle bracelet and a bangle, several layers of pearls for bracelets, both of which came off of other dolls that I got in various doll lots. I've also had my friend again print up with his 3D printer a little dove. because doves, for whatever reason, are the bird that is associated with Aphrodite. I'm wondering if that has something to do with doves being a theme in like wedding stuff, or it used to be in the 80s and 90s. Anyway, I thought because her right arm is at that weird angle, like that ballerina pose, that it would actually be a great perch for a bird. So that's why she's getting a dove. And I'm just popping a little pearl bead in the center of her outfit there, and I'm touching up the gold paint with some gloss varnish, Liquitex gloss varnish, to make it pop a little bit more. I've also added a sash across her waist to hide where I glued the skirt directly to the body. And I've made her a set of dangly earrings and a gold seashell necklace. I've glued on her false eyelashes off camera, again, so you didn't have to see me struggle. There's, I think, 3 or 4 different layers there. And that's all there is to it. This is Aphrodite complete. I've secured her hairpiece, which again came off of another doll, with some pearl hair straight pins, and then I made this cluster of flowers out of beads that I already had. Here's a quick shot of the back of her head so you can see the full hairpiece. So I think that's it. Aphrodite will be the last goddess for a while that I'm going to do in this series. I think she's the 5th doll. There are a few more minor goddesses and characters out of myths that I hope to do. But for now, I'm going to take a break. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends on social media. And thank you for stopping by. Check back in a couple of weeks for something new. Thanks again.